Super duper.
Okay.
Super duper, man.
Do you want to get a drink?
No.
Oh, is this frozen?
Probably. It's frozen. It's a frozen wasteland that is Montana. Who's going to go first, me or you?
I don't know. I will. Like cinnamon stuff between your two front teeth.
Gross.
Okay.
Candy. Okay.
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
Hi.
It's another Friday tomorrow, so it's another matchbook. By now, you know what we're doing. Also, we still haven't emailed the people that we said we were going to email.
Oh my God.
It's been busy. It's
It
been
has.
a ride. We have like 17 new inches of snow outside.
So that's really all we've been
and
doing?
it's still snowing.
This shoveling.
So we've just been shoveling.
Shoveling some more. Shoveling at my parents.
I hate it. I hate it here. Anyway, it's another matchbook. We tell you things we love. You probably know what we do by now. So yeah. Do you want to go first or me?
Sure, I'll go.
Sir's going to kick us off.
All right.
It is literally dumping snow outside.
Yep. So, my number one thing is appropriate.
It is.
This is my old lady hot water bottle,
Oh.
which our friend Anna, who at the time was a college student, so I was like, okay, well, they can't be that lame.
They're not that nerdy.
Like, I'm not that old, because Anna is the one who told me about these. Clearly, these are not a new invention. No. They've been around a really long time, but I've never had one.
It's new to you.
It's new to me. It's a hot water bottle with a cute little sweater on it. And literally all you do is fill it with hot water, and it is the most comforting.
Is it full right now?
Yeah, but not with
it's
hot
cold.
water. I know. I didn't have. So then I just use the water that after it's cooled, to water the houseplants. But it is so lovely.
She uses it all the time.
It's just comforting
it's just
to
a
hug.
Nice little thing to have. Do you know what it's
We got this on Amazon for like $14.
Oh, okay.
It was not
we'll
expensive.
link you to it so you can.
Maybe
have
there's
the same
fancy
one.
ones out there. I don't know, but this one works just great, and I love it. So thanks, Anna, for that.
Well done, Bean Anna. Also, we miss you. Also, happy late birthday again.
Also, I'm so happy you're not in the snow right now.
Oh wait, no, your birthday. No, it's not her birthday until April.
You just wrote.
I just wrote
April
something.
Signal.
Yeah. In my brain, it's your birthday.
Happy early birthday.
If you're watching, Anna, it's your brain. In your birthday in my brain.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Anna. Okay. That was a good one. That's very handy.
It is, and it's very appropriate for right now.
It is. It is so miserable outside, I can't even express it.
I know.
Okay. My number one. Mm-hmm. It's very apropos based on what Wednesday was. The 11 most romantic small towns in Europe.
Oh.
And here's what's funny.
Have you ever been to one?
We've been, yes, we've been to one, been through another, but we've never stayed in either of the two that we have visited.
Oh.
So they're from all over. There's one in Croatia. There's in Germany. They're all Portugal. There's a whole bunch of really, really cool ones. Killarney is on.
Of course.
Not Kenmare, Killarney. So we've never stayed in Killarney. We usually stay in Kenmare town.
Right.
But maybe now we're going to have to give Killarney a shot. I don't know.
I don't know if I agree. I think I need to talk to them.
I'm guessing that the reason why they called it that was more around what's around.
Right.
Because they talked about the Gap of Dunlow.
Oh.
So
yeah.
And then the one I really want to go to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Wengen. It's either Wengen or Wengen, Switzerland.
Oh.
And it looks amazing.
Oh.
So, romance is in the air. At some point, we will have to go.
I would love
and we should try to go to all 11. That should be our goal.
Before we die.
Before we die, we'll take someone's photo in all 11 of the most romantic towns in all of Europe.
Perfect. I love it.
That was my number one. I just figured with Valentine's Day that we
Yes.
just went through, why not throw a little more romance onto the fire?
Sweet. Okay. My number two, I finally have started reading this. Our dear friend Steph Catoodle. Is that how you pronounce her last
We
name?
never asked her that.
I know, but I think that's how I like to say it.
Me too.
So
I hope
Steph,
that's what it
hopefully
is.
that's how you say your last name, wrote this incredibly beautiful book. And like I said, I really just started it, so I'm only like 30 pages in. But her writing is
It's amazing.
absolutely beautiful. And it's about her husband, Rivs, is
Also a good friend of ours.
Yes, wonderful, and an amazing human being. He is a professional runner, and he was diagnosed with a very rare lung cancer. And it's just her story going through that, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And she also talks about her childhood and what she went through in her childhood, but just the way she writes like you do. It's just very poetic and beautiful, and
Yeah, I really want to
they're
read
both
it.
just really amazing
They are.
humans.
And the
And
kindest
so-
people ever.
Yeah. So definitely go check this book out and support
You really
an amazing person.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Number 2.
We haven't heard from her for a while. I hope if you're watching, Steph, we hope you're okay.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from you for a bit. Hope all is going well. Okay. Good one. My number 2 is very sciencey, which should come as no surprise. A student accidentally made a rechargeable battery, that shows every sign that it could last 400 years on a charge.
What?
And it was an accident. Like
A student where?
I can't remember. I have to read again the article. But so a student was doing these experiments with rechargeable battery technology, trying to work on improving the like recycle life, how long it could go without needing a charge. And then they randomly decided to like hook these gold nano wires up with manganese dioxide and then coated it in a plexiglass gel. What? I don't know how that's an accident, but there's like trying
Maybe
things.
that wasn't an accident, but what happened was?
Well, like they knew what they were doing, but I think like they didn't think what they were doing was going to work, and they just did it for a lark.
Wow.
And so then they started testing it, and it just kept going and going and going, and it's still going, and they can't figure out why it hasn't needed to be recharged yet. And so you'll have to read the article. It's unbelievable because they said if this turns out to be a stable and reproducible thing, which they think it's gonna, it could completely revolutionize car batteries, laptop batteries, house batteries. Like you might be able to like have a charge, and then your house could live off of that for a very long. Your everything, your products, your phones. You could have a phone that never needs to be charged.
What? I don't know if I'd like that part.
I know, but it's amazing.
But everything else,
and I just love that it's someone young and like
Yeah.
the youth of America, or I
I
don't
mean,
think they're
that's our
American,
only
but the
hope.
youth of the world.
It's our only hope.
It is really our only hope. But I just thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
And because we talked about the accidents, Ash brought it up.
Oh, yeah.
Accidents that ended up changing the world. Maybe this
That
is one
might
of
be
them.
one.
This might be an accident that
Cool.
changes the world.
I really love your haircut and your t-shirt combination.
Thank you. I have a hat on right now because I haven't had a chance to wash my hair yet after getting it cut, and there's little tiny hairs everywhere. So if I take my hat off, they're going to spill all over me and be
looks really
so
cute.
itchy.
Looks good. Laura did a good job.
Good job, Laura. We'll see you when we see you because we're going to take some photos for you tonight. Okay, you're up.
Good. All right.
All right.
My number 3 is the 25-3 rule about time outside.
Ooh, okay. I love
And
this.
so it's all about how the benefits of being outdoors, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like perfect outdoors.
Yeah.
I know that not everybody lives on a mountain or
just outside.
just outside.
the walls.
They say that 5 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week is all you need
Really?
for just like basic outside. So like going for a walk,
Yeah,
or if you can get to a park, even better. But 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and that's it.
Wow.
And the health benefits from that are
That's
crazy.
easy.
Okay, then 5 hours a month
Okay.
in semi-wild nature. So like a state park
Oh.
or a forest or
Something
so if you
without-
added up all your time, it doesn't have to be
No.
like
Well, and that's even doable for people like in New York. You could go to Central Park or.
yeah.
Oh.
And then 3 days a year,
Okay.
as close to off-grid as you can be.
Oh. We have that.
Yes.
We definitely have that.
And so they were saying like you could go alone or on your own, but like 3 days a year, go someplace where you're kind of disconnected and just enjoy being away from everything. And the health benefits from those 3, if you can do those 3 things in the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
25-3.
25 and 3.
20 minutes a day, 3 days a week, 5 hours a month, 3 days a year. So it should be 23, 5,
so,
3.
I mean, really it's 20. If you can get outside 20 minutes a day every day. I think that probably.
I think that's
because it did say that the more you are, it just exponentially helps.
It's not
your
like
health.
a vitamin,
Right.
where like there's
Just
a limit.
The more you can, the better.
Got it.
Yeah.
We do pretty good about that, even when it's like this outside.
I know.
Today we're not going to be able to, but
I know.
we've been outside a lot though.
We have.
Okay.
And we take Gilly on a
Every
1
night.
mile loop every night.
And by
on the
loop,
mountain.
you're neglecting to say that it is straight up a mountain.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes. Because we love him.
We do love him.
And every time we're like, oh, this is so lovely. But when we start on the hike every day,
It is
we're
awful.
Like, ugh. Okay.
Okay. Good one. My number 3 is an article we just talked about, but in case other people missed it, it also goes into the romance theme. Holding hands, it turns out, has huge mental health and physical health benefits. So this is the craziest thing. To test this, they actually used electric shock and the threat of electric shock on women to see they used MRIs and the threat of electric shock, and then they tested their responses and then had them hold their partner's hands and then did the same thing. And the results were insane. It lowered blood pressure.
What?
The part of their brain responsible for stress and fear quieted. So they're showing now that there are massive health benefits. Blood pressure is a huge one. It can reduce your pain response. So like, when you grab someone's hand when you're hurting, it really does in your brain reduce the pain sensors.
Whoa.
And then obviously can reduce stress. But basically, you should be holding hands, and you should be holding hands way more often. And I think like obviously your partner is the person where the most benefits come from. But I think that
I'm sure like your child
yes, just the act.
friend.
Well, and like your kid holding your hand or your friend or So basically, we need to be holding hands more, and we need to be touching more and being sweet.
Okay.
I just loved that.
Yeah,
that
I love that
because
too.
I feel like it's so easy to just think that might work. Like, oh, it's a placebo effect. It doesn't do anything.
I also feel like people think of holding hands a lot of times as like PDA.
Yeah.
Sort of in a way, like
it's not.
They're like, oh God, you don't need to hold each other's hands.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
No.
Yeah. So I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah, that's my number 3.
Good one.
We're going fast today because we have an appointment today. So if the pace feels swifter than usual, it is because we have to go take photos, really fun photos. We have to go take photos in a few little bits. And so if it does seem like a really sped up pace today,
that's why.
Sorry. We'll be slower
next week. But this is how
week.
much we love you all because it is dumping snow.
We've done nothing but shovel all day.
Ran home so that we could do this.
Yep.
And we're going to run out again.
Because we love you.
Okay. My next one is 5 functional spices and how to incorporate them into weekly meals.
Ooh.
The number 1 best all-around spice is cinnamon.
I get so much of that in my cereal.
It's rich in antioxidants. It lowers cholesterol, blood sugar. It can reduce cancer growth. Well, all of these things are...
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anecdotal.
Yes.
But no, I think there is actually a lot of studies
Alzheimer's, viral infections, all kinds of things.
What?
Just
So wait, does it matter?
Nope.
The kind. It doesn't.
I mean, according to this article,
wow.
It doesn't matter.
Does it matter if it's in cereal?
Is that real cinnamon?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically,
Maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the healthiest food you could ever eat.
If you're in need of a dessert that will cure your Alzheimer's,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Every night. 2 bowls.
You don't forget things.
I never forget anything. And
yeah.
it's probably because of that.
So the other spices on there were like turmeric and
That's
cardamom.
a big
Basically
one.
all my favorite spices.
Yeah.
Turmeric is in my drink right now.
It is. This should be like an extra item on your list.
Yeah. This is called Rowdy Mermaid kombucha, and it is so delicious.
So if they...
Have I shared a
I don't know.
Rowdy Mermaid? I don't think so.
If they offered to sponsor you, you'd be
This
very
one is my
happy.
this one is my very favorite of all the kombuchas.
Okay.
Because it's not very sweet.
Yeah.
And they make it in Boulder, Colorado.
Cool.
It has pineapple, turmeric, and lion's mane. I don't know what lion's
It's a mushroom.
No, I know, but I don't know what it does or.
It boosts your sex drive.
Oh, cool.
Probably not, but let's say it does.
Okay.
All right, good one. My number 4, recent addition to the list. It's a restaurant in Helena, Montana. Today,
oh my gosh,
something happened that has never happened in Helena for us.
It is a huge deal.
It is a huge deal.
Is like monumental.
It is. We've never been able to go out to eat at a restaurant in our own hometown because every restaurant, everywhere we have gone, we have spoken to the chefs, we have talked to the waitresses and the servers and the waiters and everybody in the place. They don't have an option that works for my dietary restrictions. They just simply don't. The closest we got was a giant pretzel at a place called the Windbag.
And then it almost killed me.
And then it almost killed me because they failed to mention that they cook it in the same oil as their garlic shrimp, of which I am allergic to both of them. But anyways, today we were out and about and we decided to take a wild stab in the dark and we went into a restaurant called The Hopper. It's local in town. I love the name anyway because it reminds me of Stranger Things.
Yes.
And we asked if there's any way they could do chicken that didn't have any garlic or onion at all. They made me a custom dredge and they made me chicken and fries that didn't have any of the things that they usually have. And they were amazing, and they were delicious, and they were non-allergenic. And so far, I haven't had a problem. So we'll know
You're
more.
Still alive.
Yeah, if my eyes swell shut and I can't breathe, I will rescind this. You should still go to it because
they were so
they're
kind.
amazing. And
they
it's
actually
local.
took their time to ask
real
you
questions. Yeah, they didn't just think it was
so
being
nice.
And they've gone so far as to they're going to leave the custom dredge in their rotation, and so anytime I want to go in there, they will have the Tyler. They will have my food that I can eat. And so thank you, The Hopper. If
now
you're
we have
watching.
a date night.
Now we have a place we can actually go and have a date like normal people because we really didn't have a place before.
Yeah, that's it. We're
so
going there
we
every
had
time.
lunch today, and it was so fun to be able to feel like we weren't in our hometown while we were in our hometown.
Oh, it's really fun.
So that was my number 4.
Thank you.
Gillies are always number 5.
Yeah, Gilly's joining us because he was home alone this morning.
He was pretty sad.
Poor thing.
Okay, number 5 for you.
Good. Yeah. Oh, hi. Gilly's gonna
Gilly.
come up to really
Hi,
join
buddy.
us.
Hi, Mr. Gill.
My number 5 is my buddy.
Your number 5.
Is of course a recipe. Because I have to have a recipe every week.
Yes, you do.
So I made these this week, and I can report back that they were absolutely as amazing as I thought
They went over
would
like
be.
gangbusters.
And it's from my favorite book that I've already talked about, Bread Song.
Which you love even more now.
My obsession continues. So these are called fika buns, and I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But if you're Swedish and I'm saying it wrong, please tell me.
Yeah, if it's fika or fika.
Fika?
I don't know.
So apparently that is what they call their kind of like an afternoon tea in Scandinavian countries.
Cool.
So even the Volvo plant pauses for fika in the afternoon.
Every day?
Every day.
What? And they eat these?
Well, they have like coffee and like
their own
sweet treats, but actually usually these buns.
What?
So they're kind of like a cinnamon roll.
We'll share photos.
They're kind of like a cinnamon roll. The ones that I made, so they're different kinds. I made cardamom and orange butter with coffee glaze.
Oh my gosh.
And they were incredible. I made them for my dad for his birthday.
I didn't eat those because I was sick that day.
I know, but they were delicious.
I'm
Gilly's
sure.
gonna turn the pages.
And lick them.
And so then I also had to add. I've already talked about cardamom, but it is also on the list of
you said that.
Best
Oh,
spices.
hello, sir.
Oh, Gilly, what do you think? Do you like
Gilly's
cardamom?
item is his yummy treats.
Gilly likes cardamom too. Cardamom is a digestive aid.
What?
And reduces high blood pressure, heals ulcers, and prevents bad breath.
Oh my God.
So basically,
eat more of that.
These buns are a health food also.
Yeah.
And they really are delicious. If you're going to make them, go on to her Instagram. It's Kitty Tate on Instagram. And she does a little video of how to...
Oh, do the roll.
Yeah,
I didn't do it right. Oh. But they still turned out beautiful.
They turned out fine, but her video was super helpful. So if you're going to make them,
Fika buns.
We will tag her
Yes, we will.
Instagram.
Good one.
There we go.
My last one is a video, and we will watch it while we eat our dinner tonight.
Okay.
It is called Why Do A24 Movies Look Like That? Oh. And so it's a really informative deep dive into the whole, because if you think about an A24 video or movie in your brain, they all have a feel and a look and like an overall tone and quality of light and everything. Turns out it's a very purposeful thing that they do, and there's a lot of little visual things they do, editing things they do, lighting things they do. And I thought it'd be really interesting to like look into those and learn those, because I think sometimes it would be fun to take photographs that feel like that.
Absolutely.
Because the more opportunities you have to make your life feel cinematic, that you should do.
Yeah.
So I'll link to, or I'll show it. It's really cool. And it's like, I really appreciate when people do deep dives into little things like that, because it gets so overlooked. Like, people just talk about the actors or the director, but like the cinematographer and the composers and the scores, there's so much to it, which is why, like when we did Murder at the End of the World, the music to me was its own character. And I think
always feel like the costumes are that too. Like the people who do
all of it.
It's crazy.
It wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't all of it.
Oh my God, the snow.
Yeah. So that's my fifth. It literally is absolutely dumping outside.
I'm so tired.
So maybe what I'll do is we'll sign off, but then I think you can flip the camera around, or maybe I'll just do a little video that is literally what we're looking at while we're making this. Because, well, and keep in mind, we've already shoveled off the railing that you're going to be seeing 3 times today.
This morning, first thing, there was 14 inches on
the railing.
Yeah. And the railing is only like 4 inches wide.
3.5 inches wide.
Yeah. So I'm sure it was deeper.
It just fell off.
Yeah.
It has not stopped all day. So we'll show you. And
we need to move.
At least in the winter times.
Or maybe like figure out how to like the winter.
No, I think if somebody out there has a place that, if they really want to experience winter, and you have a beautiful place like in Costa Rica, and you want to swap for a couple months
like
each
the
winter,
holiday?
We could holiday swap you. You could have it for 2 months in the winter. We'll have your place on the beach.
That's perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Idea.
Okay. For reals, we're going to email the people who won the contest. And then also for reals, thank you to everybody who purchased some of the originals.
Yes.
It means the world to me. We're thinking about doing that maybe once a week and letting some of those out. So if there are ones that you particularly want to see maybe make it into the rotation, comment and let me know if there's specific poems that you think, oh, I really want to see that one go up for sale. I would like to have a chance at that. And we can see what we can do.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful weekend.
Yes, I hope it's less snowy where you are.
I hope there's no snow where you are. We love you a lot. And now we'll show you outside. Hold on. Let's see if I can just switch it.
Yeah, maybe. No.
All right.
Okay, bye. Oh, here it is snowing, everyone.
Oh my God.
I wonder if you can. Yeah, you can see how huge the snowflakes are. And everyone's going to say, oh, it's so beautiful. And I guess it is, but I hate it.